Hi, everyone. I'm Nancy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And if you enjoy our show, please like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell.
We're also on Instagram at TWiN, and you can also find us on X. Boy, do we have a show for you today. So much going on. So much going on.
Another announcement from Meghan.
Wow. She is just going so fast on things that I can't keep up.
She's throwing spaghetti at the wall.
I know, but like I feel that it's going to be like Khloe Kardashian, where we were so excited every day something new came out with Tristan. He cheated on another girl. He got another girl pregnant. Like every day for like 2 years, it was constant. And then they took it away and there was this emptiness in our heart. There's this monologue at the end of Conspiracy, and this is a great movie.
If you like Conclave, you'll love Conspiracy.
It's on HBO. The acting in that, the writing, everything is incredible. Kenneth Branagh, Stanley Tucci. Oh my God, it's amazing. So anyways, at the end of the movie, Kenneth Branagh gives this monologue. I'm not going to give it away, but he just talks about how like people were warning him. This one guy was warning him about once the thing that, you don't dislike most in the world is taken away from you, you're going to feel empty inside. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But it's like, what if that's going to happen? Because seriously, Meghan is going like nosedive. She's oversaturating herself. She's oversaturating this market, and she's become such a laughingstock because of these clips of her show. The clips are going viral.
No one's taking her seriously.
Yeah. So to put out the announcement of a podcast today.
Oh, man.
Meghan announces that, yes, Lemonada Media, and trust me, we get the irony that it's a lemon. Lemonada Media is putting out a podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan. Now, that's already copied. Like, I think there was a podcast, Confessions of a Female Mogul or corporate tie, something like that. I know that there was
Confessions of a Drama Queen.
Yeah,
that they're basically taking confessions and we're gonna turn it into this.
This is going to be a merch podcast. She's going to get people that are going to pay her to merch their brands on her podcast. Now,
bracelets, clothes, shoes, necklaces.
Serena Williams announced yesterday that she is coming out with a kids' clothing line. So guess who's probably going to be on that podcast?
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so Serena's going to push her kids' clothing line. Let's see what Meghan writes under her Instagram page about this stupid
and look at that
show.
picture.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that Time magazine all over again, where she's like, I'm in control. I'm a success. You've never done anything in your entire life. Yeah. What'd you do? 90210? That was your success story. Ooh, one episode and you're in a car.
Find? Like, what did you find? How is she a founder of what?
Well, she found Harry and seduced him.
Yes. I'm so excited to share with you something else I've been working on. Confessions of a Female Founder, my new podcast with Lemonada Media. I've been having candid conversations with amazing women to have turned dreams into reality and scaled small ideas into massively successful businesses. They're opening up, sharing their tips, tricks, and tumbles, and letting me pick their brains as I build out my own business. Oh my God, this is going to be so boring and pretentious.
So so she's promoting as ever.
Yep.
By promoting other people's stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It has been absolutely eye-opening, inspiring, and fun. Because what's the point if we can't have fun on this wild adventure? First episode is April 8th.
Oh no.
Now, the reason why this is going to fail is because the Netflix series failed. So if you just want to hear her voice, nobody is even going to want to do that. And hate watching a podcast is really hard.
We tried with archetypes. It was horrible.
Yes. So there's going to be a few of us YouTubers out there, probably us, because we are gluttons, but
masochists.
No, that are actually going to cover this.
Yeah. We're cruising for a bruising.
The rest is just going to be really stupid sound bites because I'm telling you guys, this is like a phenomenon now. Tim Dillon came out with his podcast today, ripping
Yeah.
Meghan Markle. We're going to play it later in the show, but you guys, I belly laughed so hard. Just get ready for that. Now, one other thing I wanted to talk about in regards to her podcast that I have a prediction. Do you guys remember that Valencia Key girl who freaked out because Meghan wore her joy bracelet at Invictus Games?
I mean, I barely remember that.
It was said in Forbes, which is a pay to play. We know that because the Kardashians get them to write things that Kylie Jenner is a billionaire, and we found out later that she's not.
And Kim's a businesswoman.
Exactly. The pay to play Forbes said that Valencia Key's sales went up 11,000% when Meghan wore that joy bracelet. Who is Valencia Key? The way she acted was like she was this small-time business owner.
Yeah.
And nobody had ever heard of her. She is a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, QVC multi-millionaire.
That's money.
That's not messing around. She's been around for a long time. She's been in Oprah magazine.
Shocker.
And guess what else? Amy Kern Lima, founder of It Cosmetics, Meghan's good friend, who she went to support at that female founders thing that Gwyneth Paltrow was like, nope.
She was the +1.
Exactly.
I remember that.
Lima brought Leah to appear on the Mel Robbins show. So Leah Valencia Key is already a multimillionaire, but I guarantee she will be on Meghan's show podcast pushing her jewelry.
Well, what's so hypocritical about this podcast is that I predict, in my opinion, there's only going to be millionaire women, probably women that married very well and then wanted to start like t-shirt lines or like, oh, I'm bored because my kids are in school now, so I'm going to start this jewelry thing, and or I want to do this. It's going to be, it's not like going from the ground up.
Yeah.
I want to hear from people that go from the ground up. I don't give a crap about millionaire women trophy wives that start earring collections.
Exactly. Kelly Zaflin, who will probably be on there too, you know, because she has a business partner who does jewelry stuff and the necklace stuff.
Yeah.
She'll probably be on there. She married a very famous, rich Hollywood agent, and she was a model before that. So I get what Meghan's doing. But one more thing about Valencia Key. Valencia Key sold out, supposedly, the bracelet that Meghan wore. Now, Meghan wore a bracelet that said joy.
Joy!
The reason I think this bracelet was pushed on Meghan, and here's my theory, is at the time Valencia Key was making these joy bracelets, nobody thought Kamala was going to lose. Nobody. And she pushed out all these joy bracelets. Now, Kamala lost. If Kamala had won, Oprah would be pushing these joy bracelets. Michelle Obama would be pushing these joy bracelets.
Kamala would be.
Exactly. But now she's got all these joy bracelets. Let Meghan wear it at the Invictus Games so we can get rid of the joy bracelets we made, because nobody cares about this joy crap.
The popular vote doesn't care. And we all have to accept it.
Yeah.
I've accepted it. Nancy's accepted it. Portland, Oregon, and LA has accepted it. Meghan, you need to accept it.
Okay, so that's why her sales went up 11,000%, in my opinion. Okay, I don't think it's because Meghan wore the bracelet. I think it's because they had to get rid of all this surplus of joy bracelets that they had. That's my opinion.
And it was probably on sale. 50%
Oh,
off.
it was. It was.
Oh,
on
it
sale.
was?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because Jamie Kern Lima pushes the Believe one. She wasn't wearing the Joy one after Kamala lost because she's not stupid. Obvious Meghan, during the filming of As Ever Meghan on Netflix, did not think Kamala was going to lose because every other word is joy. She really didn't think so.
No, she didn't. I don't think Trump knew Kamala was going to lose.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. I was watching the whole thing. It looked like he was dumbfounded by it. I mean, I don't know what to say, but she needs to accept it. There has to be acceptance at some point.
Yeah.
You have to stop being in denial about this. You have to just accept reality.
Joy was a stupid tagline. Now,
stupid.
I don't know who came up with it. I don't know which ad wizard in the Kamala camp did it, but I'm telling you, it was stupid. It was corny. And I think it had a lot to do with her losing, because there were a lot of independents and people on the fence that were like, this is the corniest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know if that was the reason why she lost.
Well, there were other reasons.
There were other reasons.
Now let's move on to Daniel Martin.
She doesn't deserve all this negative press.
We were really scared yesterday. I kept clicking his Instagram over and over again to see if he would post, because I thought something had happened to him. I was scared for Daniel Martin.
But why, Nancy?
I was worried.
Why?
Meghan Markle's miscalculated do-it-yourself bath salt recipe from new Netflix show sparks concerns from health experts.
That's terrifying, because I've heard so many stories about people like snorting bath salts and going, I'm serious, and going crazy. That's like how some people get high.
Okay.
It's true.
I think Daniel Martin hopefully is smart enough to know that you shouldn't eat, inhale anything.
I'm just telling you that is factual knowledge, that people get high off bath salts.
Are you talking like the Tide Pod challenge kind of thing?
Just, I've heard stories that people get high off bath salts.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this entire article, we don't need to read it. Daily Mail was trying to find anyone that would explain to them how Meghan's recipe was not the right proportions. And it was easy to find health experts that were like, I wouldn't try that. Don't put that in the bath. Don't let that near your skin. It could burn it. And so if you want to read the article, you can. It's Daily Mail. Go on there and read it. But that's pretty much the gist of it.
It's like that episode of The Office when Michael's helping that little girl doing math. And then he goes, and 2, and then carry the 1, and then that's 7, and then that's, and then carry the, and then he walks off, and the grandma comes up and goes, no, don't write that.
Don't
like,
write that.
it's like all these people are whispering in the background going, no. Don't make the fish like that. Yeah. Don't do it like that.
Don't put
one pot
pasta from the store inside a pan and then stick hot water over it.
Don't do that.
Starch will kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, no. And that's what's so funny about this show.
Like, don't do that.
So I go over to Daniel Martin's Instagram page. He finally had posted something yesterday. So that does mean he's alive. He's okay.
Did he hold up a newspaper?
He didn't do that, but I'm pretty sure he's okay. Now, another thing I found on Daniel Martin's Instagram page, what the Santa Barbara District Attorney's Office will call soon Exhibit A.
There's the pretzels.
He kept it on there for the life of me. I don't know why after that article came out, but here it is. Daniel, I really hope you didn't put this in the bath with you. Please say you didn't, but if you did, I'm glad you're okay. We don't wish any harm on the show to anybody. Another flex that Daniel thought he was doing was putting the picture of the starchy, disgusting slop that Meghan made. I'm sorry, guys. There's nothing good about that.
But even if you are like single and you want to make something quick, okay, this has been done before. Even, I don't care about the start, whatever, I get the health concerns. Obviously, it's not healthy for you. And that's not good to put pasta and then water over it. It's not a good thing. And I don't know what ingredients are in there either. It doesn't look appetizing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, it's been done 5,000 times before.
Yeah.
I went online last night, Googled it, and there's like one pot pasta over and over and over again. She's not inventing the wheel. Yes. It is insane to me. Sticking Epsom salt into a jar, like she created Epsom salt.
And she's putting too much. It'll burn your skin.
Yes. It'll get you high.
Yeah. And if anybody's wondering why we have such a problem with the pasta, I don't know about you guys, but Italians, what we do is we cook our pasta. It's usually fresh. We don't do the dry pasta, but sometimes in a pinch, you got to get the dry pasta.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's fine. But if you have the dry pasta, you cook it al dente. And once it's al dente, you take it and you run cold water over it in a strainer. The reason being is it gets rid of all that nasty starch. And that way you have a nice, light pasta. You've got that Italian pasta that you ever go to Italy. Have you ever been to Italy? You've had the pizza with the light sauce, or you've had the pasta with the light sauce. That's how you get it. This starch crap, this is disgusting.
She wanted to prove that she's basic. She just did.
There's no way she puts that in her kid's lunchbox.
And if she might,
Betty's 3. When did we start school where we had to have lunchboxes? I don't remember being 3.
Yeah, weren't you a kindergarten teacher? I'm sure you had.
Yeah, but you go to preschool.
Yeah.
And then you go, I thought like preschool was like 4.
Megan's a liar.
So if we couldn't get enough of Daniel Martin, obviously his episode was super funny because he was just like, you know, woo, everything's so great. Woo, yeah. This comedian on Instagram, her name is Maria Feldolva, and she made this hilarious video. I want to give her the credit, so go over to Instagram and give her a follow. But she made this hilarious video about Daniel Martin on the show. So here we go.
Oh, my dear friend Daniel is coming over. Single skillet spaghetti.
Single skillet spaghetti. This. I love tomatoes. I love garlic.
We're friends.
Yeah.
Let's make candles.
Yeah.
Down a
I've
candle
never
is
seen a
always
candle wick. It's so pretty. Oh my God.
I know.
No one knows your business till you cut them open. Oh my gosh.
Is it good?
So good. Delicious.
Delicious. Very tasty.
It's so tasty.
To love.
To love.
Cheers, dear.
Cheers, dear. I feel like this is all fake.
You know what that reminded me of? Because I know you've seen it. It reminded me of Westworld.
I saw maybe a couple episodes.
Have you guys watched Westworld on HBO? It was also a movie, but it's about this theme park that you can have experiences. You can go to Cowboy World or
virtual? Is it
just
virtual
it's
reality?
Like, well, no, they're all robots.
Oh,
in the where
See, I only
they're
saw a
like
couple.
AI, they're
Yeah.
robots, but it's really
Is that
funny.
Daniel? He's
Martin.
like, he's like a
Yeah.
he's a theme park,
But
he
because
is a theme park.
everything was fake.
Yeah.
So I think
Oh,
Megan
okay.
and him might be part of Westworld experience,
Yeah.
the Santa Barbara experience. I'm telling you, no,
He copies it. It's like he's such a yes man.
that video.
I mean, it's like
yeah.
everything she says, he agrees with, and then he copies what she says. He has no opinion of his own. He's like a little robot,
so
but I still
great.
love him.
I love him.
I love Daniel Martin.
Daniel.
Everyone make sure he's safe.
Here's just an example of how mainstream viral making fun of Meghan Markle has become. Cat Turd on Twitter has talked about
I
her.
hate that word though.
He's great though. Patrick Bet David has commented on it, and we've done a show about him. And he put up a post on X yesterday making a very good point. And this guy is very smart financially. Like, people go to him for stock tips. He's just a very smart guy. He wrote, "Numbers never lie. Meghan Markle's new Netflix show numbers are in. The 8-part series was watched by 526,000, not million, thousand households in the first 5 days. By comparison, Harry and Meghan show drew in 2.1 million households in the same number of days. Harry is the main attraction, not Meghan." And it's totally true.
She knows that. She knows that.
Numbers don't lie. And see, this was visual, and that's why she probably got those numbers. But this Lemonada thing is going to so crash and burn. It's probably already been filmed. That's why they're doing it. Serena needs to talk about her clothes. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people pushing brands, and that's fine. I mean, you might even see a Kardashian on there. You never know.
Jeez.
Babylon Bee is talking about her. That's how mainstream this has become. And I'm sorry, this is the funniest thing that I think they've ever written for a post. ISIS claims responsibility for Meghan Markle's Netflix show. That is freaking funny. I don't care who you are. That is freaking funny. Meghan Markle's show is a terrorist attack. That's what people are comparing it to. An actual act of terrorism.
And I've actually noticed there's so many Sussex Squad bots right now, just making things up. It's creepy.
We're going to do a whole show on that. Yeah.
It's just like, they're like, oh, our kids are making, cake now because of Meghan.
Yeah, stay tuned for that because that's a whole other show. I have all the receipts for that. It's going to be really, really funny just reacting to all of the bots because they're all written like the same.
Yeah, it's the same script.
It's so funny. But I have been making you guys wait for the main attraction, TWiN. He dropped his podcast today, and obviously he had to talk about Meghan. My beautiful sister over here has not seen it yet.
I don't watch TWiN. I need to start watching.
I think this is the best work that he has done.
Yeah.
And again, he's already at 1 million views.
Wow.
And he put it up 2 hours ago.
Good for him.
The guy's obviously very mainstream, TWiN. I mean, it's TWiN.
He's a comedian?
He's a comedian.
Wow.
He has a couple specials on Netflix.
Great number.
He's amazing. He's amazing. So
he should have Link Lauren on.
He had JD Vance during the election, and he was one of the podcasters that got blamed. Said I would have had Kamala on, I would have had Tim Waltz on.
Yeah.
They didn't want to come on.
I know.
I mean, he was one of the podcasters that were blamed for like making Kamala lose the election because all he did was have JD Vance on the show, and he's like, "What did I do wrong?" So here is TWiN reacting to Meghan Markle's show.
Meghan Markle show, because this is actually better than I thought. I didn't think I would enjoy this as much as I did, but here's why I like it. This woman, who I have now a fondness for, is criminally insane. And what's amazing about this show and what makes it actually fun and interesting is the depths of her insanity reveal themselves throughout the program. Every person that she has on the show is someone that she hates. She doesn't have friends. Meghan Markle doesn't have friends, and this is kind of why I respect her. Friends are not part of her overall goal. She has connections. She has people whose necks she can step on to get to the next level. She does not have friends. She does not care about other human beings. She only wants power. And the only way that she feels that she can get it is by leveraging her relationships with certain people. That's not friendships. And you see in the show that there are no friends. She wouldn't know what a friend was. Everyone is fearful of her. Everyone is cagey around her. She doesn't know what's going to happen. And what's interesting about her is the thing that launched her, which was this like crazy era of like identity politics run rampant. She actually brilliantly destroys in her show. Because if you came up with the picture of an annoying, insufferable white woman, it would be Meghan Markle. If you came up with an out-of-touch, suburban white woman, it would be Meghan Markle, even though she's not white. What I mean to say there is that Meghan Markle in her own show proves that it is not about race. It is about the demon that lives inside of all of us and letting that demon out. But can we see that speech she gives that you just played there? Can we see that? If you haven't watched this show, it's impossible to describe not only how entertaining it is, but again, for all the wrong reasons, she's a very, very sick person.
I just want to raise a glass to you guys. This feels like a new chapter that I'm so excited that I get to share. All of that is just part of that creativity that I've missed so much.
Yeah. So that's the creativity she's missed so much. And the creativity is, making, pasta, because that's what the show is. She makes pasta for people. That's the creativity, by the way, she's missing. Making turmeric tea and honey. And she just kind of goes through the kitchen. It's a little moment. It's just a little moment. It's so simple and so quick. It's not about perfection. It's about the journey. We strive for joy. It's about happiness. Come on in. We want it to be cozy and remind you of home. We want it to remind you of home. I don't know where my autistic husband is. He doesn't know where he is. He's not allowed to see his family. I destroyed a monarchy. so we could have a little dish, and you just take the cherry tomatoes, put them in a pan with a little garlic, and it's a family that's been around for centuries, and I destroyed it. And you want to wilt the vegetables, which is actually different than stewing them. Stewing them, they lose all of their character, but when you kind of wilt them, they're halfway between fresh and stewed. And I killed his mother, and I actually killed his father. They're both dead now. His father's not dead, but his mother is dead. His grandmother is dead because she couldn't bear to see what was happening. I also staged a chase in New York City like the one his mother had, and I've actually worn sweatshirts that his mother wore. I'm a deeply sick person, and it's just about kind of whipping up a cake, and it doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using local honey, and we fold that honey into the frosting, and the kids love it. Little Archie loves it, and Lilybet. And they're going to say to me, what'd you do to Daddy's family? And I said, I killed them. I killed them all. And I brought you all back to Santa Barbara. She's a sick bitch. Is there any interaction from this thing we can play to just give people a little idea of how genuinely unhinged she is? Again, they've already greenlit season 2 of this show. My special on Netflix will be out in April. I'm trying to get Meghan to do a promo with me. She will not, I imagine. We are out to her people. I imagine it's going to be a no, but we are offering her that opportunity to laugh at herself because, again, I like her. This is what people don't get about me. I am here to appreciate humanity in all its forms. When you start judging people and becoming a moralist, the show gets very boring. I like her. What she has done, okay? What the world she has manifested is so impressive and so off the wall and insane, you can only actually sit back and kind of be in awe of her. In awe of her. She is full of the type of hate that I find aspirational. Her hatred of other people as soon as they walk into her home, I strive for that. I'm actually a big pussy. People come in, I talk a big game. I'm actually kind of happy to see most of them. The hatred in her eyes for these people is something that I aspire to. Because she doesn't want to have to prance around with Mindy Kaling. She wants to be much more famous than that. She wants to be much more famous than that. But the guests that she has gotten, she is unhappy with them. They walk in and she has hatred in her eyes. She goes, why do I have to do this? I'm better than this. And that's the attitude that gets you far in this business. If you can hate your circumstances enough to create new ones, you're going to do good. So I think that Meghan will actually figure out a way. She'll get the things she wants. Yes, we all hate her, but it doesn't matter. She doesn't care that we hate her. You know why? She hates us. That's why she wins. She hates us. She hates us. She thinks we're pigs. We're disgusting. We don't know how to use fucking silverware. She thinks we're all Sieg Heiling in our backyard. We're just a bunch of fat Nazis who don't know how to make a proper cupcake. She hates us. She thinks we're pigs. And we should only see people like her behind glass. She's here to educate these fat, disgusting Nazi pig wives how to make a little pasta for the kid. Make a salad for the kid, you pig Nazi bitch. That's what she wants. She's here to help us, and it is her hatred of us. She loathes and abominates us, and it is why she succeeds. Most people would fall apart with the hate that Meghan Markle gets, but it only fuels her because hate, when it hits hate, refracts. Doesn't work. Doesn't matter. She isn't trying to win a popularity contest. She has aimed her laser at some of the richest people on earth that feel good by making her dreams come true. She's not playing to Betty Bowling Alley or Fatty Boom Batty or any of these people. She knows that if she gets the upper echelon to fuck with her, eventually it'll trickle down to the little pig people who she's just trying to, get to start their own garden. Just start your own garden, you little pig. Just start your own garden. Oh, your son OD'd? Make your own Narcan. We'll make it. I'll teach you how to make Narcan. That way you don't lose your other son. I make my own Narcan. It's so simple to make your own Narcan and just have it. It's so important right now because there's so many people ODing on fentanyl at a house party. You could just go downstairs to the basement with this Narcan, and in several minutes, your son's friend is actually standing up and ready to go to the hospital. It's so important. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're not here because everything's going to be exactly the way we want it. Sometimes our son overdoses in the bathroom, and we have to go in there with the Narcan that we've made. We can make our own Narcan. All right, let's watch a little bit of this.
Including her pal, Mindy Kaling.
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and loves it.
It's so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
Yeah. And what she's saying to Mindy Kaling is, listen to me, you fat bitch. See, this is what she's saying to Mindy Kaling. She goes, listen to me, you fat bitch. You know, she is such a monarch, Meghan Markle. And in the history of the world, the Meghan Markles of the world would be, you know, oppressing the Mindy Kalings. Because Meghan Markle's like, listen, you bitch. My empire ran your shit for years. Don't call me my dead name. Don't call me my dead name. That's not my name in these streets. My name is Sussex. You bitch. Is there any other interaction we can see?
Kids, and you go, no, I share my name with my children.
Yes.
And that feels so, I didn't know how meaningful it would be to me, but
Right.
it just means so much to go, this is our family name, our little
Right.
family
Would
name.
it mean a lot if it wasn't royal, though? Would it mean as much? Do you see her eyes? Do you see her eyes? She's doing an impression of a human being. But the most interesting thing about Meghan Markle is that she's not a human being. Never become a human, honey bunny bear. Don't ever become a human being. You will. She'll be so unhappy as a person. The best version of Meghan Markle is exactly the one you are seeing right now. She is completely, her lust for power, for status, for fame is so naked and so transparent. The demon inside of her is coming out of her eyes, and she's trying to be a human being, only enough, just be enough of a human being for the show. But, I mean, her own father's out there going, this bitch is out of control, but it doesn't bother her. Again, you would think someone's father on the thing going, she's terrible. You know, but it doesn't bother her. And I respect her. God, I respect her. Although my father, given the chance, would probably be screaming, yelling how much I suck, too, if I was fucking making pancakes in Santa Barbara. And I might be. But what she does so well, okay, and what has to be noted and what actually has to be respected, she actually remains above any meaningful human moment, any authentic human moment, which most people would have by accident. She has not one of them the whole time. Everything is forced and awkward and terrifying because it is just a way for her to get to that next level that she envisions this show's going to go on for 4 or 5 seasons. And at that point, she's going to have a Martha Stewart living. She's going to be in Target, and all these fat white women are going to walk in and buy all her shit. And she's going to be a big billionaire. And she's going to turn around to the royal family and say, fuck you. And she might be right. She might be right.
Okay, let's explain. And he said it, not us. Let's explain why this matters. Tim Dillon is about to drop his 3rd Netflix specials. He gets huge ratings when they put it out. He knew that Netflix was going to know he was going to say all this. This is like the 4th time he's went on a Meghan Markle rant. If Meghan Markle had any pull with Netflix, she would have had this taken down 3 hours ago when he dropped it. Or they would have said, you're not putting that out. She's our star. She's the one we're banking on, not you.
John Mulaney's done the same thing. John Mulaney has made fun of Harry and Meghan for years, and he pretty much is the king of Netflix at the moment. I mean, the ratings for his show last night were crazy.
Yeah.
And it was a great show.
Yeah. So
Michael Keaton was on it.
love him. But what we're saying is, if Netflix had a problem with them,
Yeah.
and if Netflix put Meghan above them, they wouldn't have been able to say this, because Netflix are the ones that pay them. They're the boss. Okay. Ted Sardanos, he's the boss. So this speaks volumes. The stuff he just said about Meghan Markle. Again,
That he was allowed to say is what you're
allowed. Yes. But Tim Dillon, the reason why Tim Dillon sustains himself for all these years is because he's authentic. He tells the truth. He lives in LA. He also lives in Nantucket. He'll talk about how he sees Larry David and Alan Dershowitz going at it in the grocery store during the, I mean, he's a very authentic person.
It's true, though. I agree with him. Megan's trying to play this down-to-earth mother. But she just can't pull it off.
Yeah.
She just can't pull it off. She can't. She's not a good enough actress. And she really is. He's right. She's not that human.
Cheers to Meghan Markle.
Cheers to Tim Dillon.
Cheers. Can't follow that. Today's animal rescue is Highway Hounds Animal Rescue. They are a nonprofit animal rescue and transport. We love the transport here, committed to saving homeless companion animals, assisting other shelters, rescues through rescue transport. They also offer low-cost spay and neutering services, and they're really here to get animals out of high-kill shelters and save animals from puppy mills. Located in Texas, we're putting their link in the description box below. Please share them with friends and family. Give some love if you can. They're just doing amazing work. We love the transport people here, because that way they can go to the high kill states, which is Texas, unfortunately, is one of them, and they can grab the dogs, bring them over to Oregon, Washington, anywhere, and someone can adopt. People like us can adopt, just like the Asher House.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow with a very special guest. I am so excited.
Yay.
One of my favorite people in the whole wide world.
I know.
All right. Well, we will see you tomorrow. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.